Okay, hi, my name is Michaela Hill, and the little strategy presentation or chat that I want to talk about is called frame paragraphing. This activity is for first graders, and we're going to be doing compare and contrast of a book. So what the students would do, you would sit down with them, you guys would read a book together. The book would have two characters, and within the two characters, they would write a paragraph in which I, the teacher, framed so that they could organize their thoughts and it would lead to a final conclusion. And here's an example of the document that I will upload with the video. If you can see, I'm not for sure, but it is backwards because we are videoing this. But there's a frame paragraph. So what the teacher would do would have the students on this sheet here. I created this one myself because it was a little more organized than the one that I've seen online. But you would have the students write the name of the characters. So Tommy and John are both main characters in the book of blank written by the author. And then you would have the characters again, so both of the characters with their names would have blank. So the kids would write something that the book that they have. So Tommy may have a book, or Johnny may have a ball, or they both may have similar names, or something that's in common. And then the next sentence I put in there, the character first name and the character second name, they are alike because, and the kids would have to state why are the characters alike. And then the third sentence, well, the next sentence under that would be why they are different. So they would say blank and blank are different because this, but this. So they would have to think about two things that would make them different. And then the end of this they would do in conclusion of the book. So I put a little sentence there that says what happens in the end of the book. So this would kind of be like a summary. So if the two weren't getting along in the beginning of the book, then in the book they're probably going to get along. Or if the two like to do two different sports, maybe they both played the same sport, or they both played each other's sport to see if they liked it. So they would have to figure out what happened in the very end of the book if they compromised on something. And then at the end of it, they would actually draw a picture here. So since they are first graders, kindergarten and first grade really loves to draw and to color. So I had an idea that they could sketch their favorite part of the book. That way I could have a picture go along with their paragraph. Now the students are a bit advanced, and I'm pretty sure they can probably do this. It might be a little harder on the teacher if the students can't spell really well, and they may need help with that. But after they do their frame paragraph, the whole goal is to get the students to write their own paragraphs and to sketch their own favorite part of the book without a lot of help from a teacher, because they will have to do compare and contrast, and they will have to organize and write papers together when they go up in the higher grade levels. So after they do that, this first sheet I considered the rough draft. So on the second copy they have a blank page. So they still have the name and the date, and then the title of the book and the author of the book. And then the paragraph that they did with the framing from the teacher, they would actually rewrite it and then draw a better picture. So this is the final sketch of their book there. And then that way I can have a clean copy of it, and then I can grade it and make sure that they were following the same format. So the organization of this activity, you first must have a topic sentence, and then you have 3 to 5 examples that develop the topic or opinion of the paragraph. And then as a teacher, you can definitely put in transitions for the kids if they need help with it, they can't do it on their own. And then in the end, you do a summary sentence that should end the paragraph all in one. And I did find that in the Common Core Kansas State Standards, they have compare and contrast the adventures or experience of characters and stories. So this would fall in line with the Common Core. Some of the strengths that this has is that it puts work back on the students. So after we read the book as a group, it's their task now to tell me what happened in the book and what really took place as far as conflicts or any other examples there. And it also makes them pay attention, so they know they have another assignment to it. And if you don't pay attention while we're reading, then you won't understand what's going on. And this assignment could be short and sweet, just depending on how long the teacher draws out the process, and if you do the final draft where you have them rewrite it and everything like that. By adding the frame words, it also strengthens the students and makes sure that they're remaining on track with their paragraph, so they're not all over the place and all the students have the similar concept. That way if they need help, they can help each other, and the teacher doesn't always have to step in. It could be a group activity there. Some of the weaknesses is that maybe some of those students who need to be able to write a paragraph on their own, they may not want the structure, which you don't have to allow them to do that if they're going to do okay on it. But I think that is a good thing to have just for the kids to start learning that process there. I guess in the final thoughts, it just allows them to create a summary too, which I think is very important. Your kids should be able to read a book and then summarize to you what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened in the end. And that would conclude my presentation on the literacy chat. Please let me know if you have any questions.